When you people put the word out right now, if it gets worse later, yes. There is also a few mechanisms that come from Harrisburg that declare state of emergencies or things like that would trigger those orders.
Hey, since you're at a station right now, I know you have crews coming back. What are they telling you about, A, volume out on the roads and any possible accidents, even minor ones?
Well, I haven't seen, I was just on some of our major roads right now. I haven't seen any accidents, but I'm surprised that there's a large amount of traffic at this time. Hopefully everybody's heading home.
Yeah, one thing we've been seeing is a lot of people are rushing out this morning because the snowstorm hit us a little bit earlier than it was supposed to get out and do some activities they were going to do anyway because they didn't expect the snowstorm, but also to load up in case the snowstorm happens and hits heavy overnight. So I think you're seeing some heavy volume now, and hopefully, Joe, because of you and because of us, people will stay off the roads now. It'll help make your job a lot easier, I would expect.
Yes, that is our wish at this time. Everybody, get home and stay there till this thing is over.
All right, Joe, hunker down, stay warm, do the best you can as you always do, and we hope to check back in with you.
Thank you.
All right, now let's go to Aditi Roy, who is at Rittenhouse Square, to see how they're dealing with the storm in the middle of the city. Aditi.
Good afternoon, Larry. Well, the snow is definitely coming down here in Rittenhouse Square. You'll notice it is piled up so much you can barely see where the sidewalks end, making it kind of dangerous for people who are walking around here. And we've noticed barely any cars out here. You'll notice a couple over here, but for the most part, these streets are pretty vacant with cars because it looks like it hasn't been plowed all that much recently. But the interesting thing we're noticing is there are a fair number of people out here, lots and lots of people, as you can see, walking around, carrying grocery bags. They're stocking up. They're going to the video store. They're walking their dogs. And a lot of people out here that we've talked to who are actually just out here enjoying the great weather. Well, what they think is great weather, actually. They think it's very pretty out here. And speaking of people having fun in this weather, Margaret Tobin and Audrey Huntington, you guys are actually, you have the best outfit for this weather here. To explain to me, you're wearing cross-country skis.
I've got cross-country skis, and Audrey's wearing my new snowshoes.
And how often do you do this?
Whenever we get 3 inches of snow, not often enough.
That sounds like fun. Well, Audrey, you have snowshoes on. Now explain to us, this actually, the way you move in this is nice because you actually are able to stay on top of the snow?
Yes, it distributes your weight so that you don't sink down as much.
Why don't you show us? So that's nice. She's able to actually stay on top of the snow as opposed to people like me who's sinking into the snow, making it less dangerous. Now, usually you go cross-country skiing where?
In Montreal and Quebec. I'm lucky to have friends in Canada.
And so you're saving yourself a trip this way, right?
My friends in Canada are in Mexico this year.
That's very nice. Now, you said that you usually ski or bring your skis out here in the city when there's 3 inches of snow. How many times have you been out this winter?
Only twice.
But probably more than last winter.
More than last winter, yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Margaret.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a good time today. So, Larry, people are definitely keeping very active despite this weather. A lot of people just enjoying the snow. Perhaps might be one of the last snowfalls of this season. Back to you.
Aditi, I noticed you were saying, and I can see it behind you, a lot of pedestrian traffic, not a lot of cars.
Yeah, it just seems like people are not in their. You see a lot more foot traffic here, definitely. Another thing that's interesting is, most of the stores here are actually closed, so it doesn't even appear, besides going to the grocery store or maybe a video rental place, a lot of people really don't have anywhere to go. Seems like a lot of people are just out here enjoying the weather. They think that it's really pretty and they just want to be a part of it.
Yeah, there's nothing prettier than Rittenhouse Square in Philadelphia during a snowstorm, so Aditi, we look forward to checking back with you a few times. Nice job. Aditi Roy in Center City, Philadelphia. We'll be back right after this. To go to you, then we'll continue to check around the area. The Philadelphia Museum of Art is closed today. It will be closed tomorrow. If you have Degas tickets, you have to call the museum to reschedule. Also, we did get an email coming in, and Glenn has been talking about Trenton, the fact that they've gotten no snowfall. Someone emailed in a second ago and said it just started to snow in Trenton, so welcome to the world. The rest of us have been living with Trenton. Let's go now to Joe Vasquez, who is in Falls Township, Bucks County. Joe, I was sitting with you in the newsroom a couple of hours ago when you were talking about going up there. Did you just get there?
Got here just a few minutes ago, Larry, and you're mentioning it's pretty. It actually is a pretty sight. You might be able to see the small snowflakes coming horizontally across the screen here. It is a beautiful sight. What you can't see and feel, though, is the extreme temperatures. It's actually very cold.